Hey, I need you to do a little something for me. Stop looking at shoes on resale websites and pay attention to me for a second. You're not getting the chunky donkeys and you know it. There's no hope for you. Listen, I'm gonna teach you how to use the aux cord in this episode. You think you can do that? You can retain some information real quick? All right, sick. Let's get it. All right, bear with me here. Imagine this, right? You've been invited to a social event. I mean, that's pretty shocking considering who you are. I mean, look at you. You're watching a suburban white kid make a commentary video on how to use the aux cord. You're already too far gone. It can be a party, it can be a car ride, it can be whatever the hell you want. Wedding, for God's sakes. So you decide that you're gonna bring your A game. You've got on your best fit, the basic bitch Air Force Ones, the American Eagle jeans that you ripped yourself, and a windbreaker you got from Goodwill that has a faint smell of cigar smoke on it, and you're pretty sure the last person who wore it died in it, and you're ready to go to this event. So you get there, right? And you are given an opportunity that a very select few people have been given in their entire lives. You have the option to play your music, whatever you want. Whatever you want. The options are limitless. You can choose whatever album, whatever artist, whatever genre you want. It's all up to you. So you get ready. You plug in your phone, or you connect your Bluetooth speaker, you pull up your Apple Music library, and you start playing that SoundCloud beat that you made in 20 minutes before you got there. Let's go, King! Let's go! Let's go, King! That is king shit right there. King shit! So obviously, you get clowned on pretty hard. So you were never asked to play your music ever again, because your friends know that if you somehow get your hands on that aux cord, you're gonna get a Johnny Cage style split move punch to the testicles. And that will not be fun for you.
Let's dance.
So if you don't want to be this person, that's great, you've come to the right place. If you are this person, that's okay. The first step in fixing a problem is to identify how much of a loser you really are. So if you didn't figure it out already by using deductive reasoning, or just that little silly putty ass brain you've got on the top of your skull, this is a video on how to use the aux cord and how to use it properly. Freaking goobers.
Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga! You know nothing about that!
Part 1. Why is this important? You should really pay attention here. It's really important. Uh-oh. Basic bitch fit check. Fit check. So, if you're wondering why I have different clothes on, it's because I went home for Halloween and I didn't get a chance to shoot anything until now. So we filmed the first part, and now we got the all different parts coming in. So let's get started. So before we can go in depth on how to actually use the aux cord, we got to figure out why you need to use the aux cord. So the music that is played at various social events, right? Extremely important. Yeah, you could say that the people you meet are more important too, and the conversations you have are important as well. But I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to have a intimate, deep conversation with somebody I just met who's 2 trulies deep less than 5 minutes after arriving. Music can also affect the mood of a social gathering in general. If you go to a absolute rager, you best believe that there'd be some absolute trap bangers playing at that event. Before and after the what I like to call the crank period, there might be some more chill-ish songs, you know, kind of lighten the mood a little bit. But the main part of the event is the crank zone. If you're in the cars with the boys, however, this vibe can vary depending on what kind of night you want to have. Do you want to listen to, I don't know, Gunna? Do you want to listen to Gunna on their way to Walmart? Or do you want to listen to Brockhampton and Frank Ocean and silently cry in the back seat over your ex-girlfriend? Whatever you want, King. Part 2. The vibe. So the vibe for the uninitiated out there and the uneducated is the general feeling of a social event. It's kind of whenever someone tells you to read the room. Now, if you're given the ability to play your music at a social event, you have to figure out what kind of people are here. This usually happens whenever you're given the opportunity. Hey, yo, dude, I got nothing. I don't have Spotify Premium. You want to hop in the aux real quick? Oh, yeah, sure, dude. I'd love to. Okay, what do we got here? Got it.
TJ on the
So who is at this party? Do you have the frat boys, or do you have the punk kids, or as I like to call them, liberal arts majors? Do you want the Gen Z kids, or the Gen Xers and baby boomers who just want to hear the same 10 songs that they remember from high school over and over again because they can't appreciate any goddamn culture in their lives? You want to know how many times I've heard Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison at a summer pool party? Way too many times. Is it the hip-hop heads or the metal heads? The cheerleader chicks or the hipster girls? If you have rednecks at your party and you've been asked to play the aux chord, just leave. There's no hope for you. If you're not playing Whiskey Glasses by Morgan Wallen or any other type of country music, which I really hope you're not, I really hope you're not, then you might as well just leave. Go get into your Honda Civic, turn up some Frank Ocean, and, cry a little bit as you drive back home from those backwoods country roads that are like hella scary at night. Rest your head, King. You deserve it. Identifying what the general demographic is at a party and what kind of vibe it gets given off is very important in your first step to becoming an aux chord master. But you also have to identify what kind of function are you at. As I said before, is it a banger? Is it a bonfire with the boys? Or is it a cry session in the back of your friend's 2003 Toyota RAV4 playing Rod Wave and Brockhampton songs to cry yourself to sleep to in the back seat? I may have had a bad time with a Toyota RAV4 in the past. Rather not get into it. Knowing the general vibe at a party is very important in becoming an aux master, yada yada, you freaking get it already. On to part 3. Parte 3, la música. Alright. Now we're getting the real meat and potatoes here. The music itself. Before we get started though, I have to get a couple things off my chest about doing this kind of thing. If you have Spotify, or God forbid Pandora, please have the premium versions of those apps. No one's trying to hear this.
The next 30 minutes of uninterrupted listening.
While you are at a social event, right? You're gonna get clowned on and people are gonna be like, yo, who the fuck is on aux? It ruins the flow of the tracks and it just makes you look kind of stupid. And broke. Emphasis on broke. Also, you better have your own playlists. No one's trying to hear that pre-made stuff that they have on Spotify or Apple Music. Yeah, sure, you might survive with Rap Caviar or Alt Control on Apple Music if you're playing for the hipster kids. But most of the time, it's really not that coordinated to the general timeline of a party, and it's not gonna be very fun for any parties involved. You're gonna go from like Drake to Carly Rae Jepsen in about 5 minutes, and nobody wants that. However, they can work if you are in an emergency. If you are called to man the aux chord station and you have like 10 minutes of a party left, go ahead and put it on. There's no real pressure. People are already leaving anyway. Go ahead, King. However, it is highly recommended by a boy to have a playlist ready for any kind of event that you have. And another thing, I'm not done yet. You had best make sure that there are very, very little gaps between songs. The only time whenever music should stop at a social event is whenever there's a legitimate emergency, the cops are called, or your Bluetooth speaker runs out of battery. And I better not hear a repeat song at a function. If that happens, I will personally hunt you down and collapse your spine like a house of cards. Nobody wants Boy Pablo twice in the same night, especially his new album. I'm kidding, his new album's pretty good. Shit's fired. Shit, forget therapy. I should just start yelling at people. I haven't felt this good in like, long time. Now, let's move on to our second favorite social event slash function. The car ride slash hangout. This is more low key. Not a whole lot of pressure here. It's a place of general ambiguity. No one really cares, but at the same time, you gotta get the vibe right in order for people to stay happy. This isn't exactly a place where all the previous issues I mentioned come to fruition, but they are highly recommended to keep in mind, as they'll just make you look like better of a DJ person type thing, whatever we are. These are places where you can start getting your little tippy toes wet in the aux chord experience. So, the two things you have to remember here are, on normal one, who is at this event or in this car, and two, a new one, how long should my playlist be? And number three, what should I have on my playlist? With the car and hangout sessions, you've essentially got two ways to use your playlist. One, you can put it on shuffle mode, or two, you can play whatever you want. I'm not your goddamn mom. However, make sure your playlists last for a certain amount of time. A good rule of thumb to have is if it's less than an hour, it's probably not gonna last the entire trip. Now let's move on to what. Excuse me? Oh, who are you? I'm the tangent guy. I come in every once in a while whenever there's side notes and tangents.
I don't know who you
in order
are.
to provide information not covered.
But you need to leave, or I will pop out your vertebrae like a Pez dispenser. Do you understand?
Did the editor not like inform you on this? I'm the new hire. I just got here last week.
But what? Editor? Why didn't you tell me about this? I thought we had, a really good connection here.
Listen, man, I'm sorry I didn't remind you. You told me not to come into your room whenever you were playing with your,
Stop! Stop laughing. Just stop. So, why are you here?
I'm here to deliver the side note for this episode. It's about the car environment when using the aux chord.
Okay. Just do your thing, I guess.
Thank you. And I must say I am very thankful to be here. It's always been a dream.
Oh my god, nobody gives a shit. Just go.
Okay, I'll go. Side note here. In the car, you can also do something called aux chord roulette, where if you have a group of 3 or more people, you can pass the aux chord around by each playing one song per turn. It's very fun. Okay, I'm done.
Thank God. Alright. I know what you're probably thinking right now.
Dude, what the hell was that last scene, dude?
It's called comedy for educational purposes. Look it up.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, if you're so smart, what kind of music should I play to party then? God.
Well, since you're so goddamn persistent, I guess I'll tell you.
Ungrateful pricks.
So, you've gotten to your social event. You've followed all the rules I've given you so far because you're a good noodle. You've been given the aux. You've done your research. You know exactly who's going to be there. You know exactly what type of social event it's going to be. And now you're wondering what kind of genre or style of music to play. Good thing you found me. As I mentioned before, this kind of depends on who you spend your time with. If you're spending time with the basic bitches, then you're gonna throw on some literally any modern hip hop will do. Drake, Lil Baby, Gunna, Mario Judah. Stuff that's going to appease lowest common denominator people. Literally any modern hip-hop artist with a fat beat behind them and good production is going to be a-okay. If you're spending time with the alternative kids,
That's me. I'm the hipster. I'm trash.
you're going to want to play some more rock, alternative pop music maybe, alternative pop music, electronic pop music. You kind of get the idea. I'm talking The Strokes. Anything from TikTok. Biba Doobie. I said it. I'm a teenage girl inside. I understand what it's like. Brockhampton, JPEG Mafia, Phoebe Bridgers, Churches, Charlie XCX, and maybe, I don't know, some Tiny Beat Gang for the giggle factor. You don't like it? You gotta laugh a little bit, you know what I'm saying? If you find yourself somehow, with the metal or God forbid scene kids, you're gonna want a playlist that absolutely rips. We're talking thrash metal, we're talking death metal, we're talking traditional heavy metal, and we're talking anything that has guitars that sound like they're screaming. Whatever floats your boat, kid. Moral of the story is, if you ride with metalheads, you better bring the pain. If for some reason you have been asked to DJ the family pool party, which if you are, good luck, then stick to non-explicit, safe music that any cardboard cutout baby boomer Gen Xer over the age of 40 will understand. Classic rock, 80s hits, anything that will make them forget about the inevitable passions of time and the ever-approaching veil of eventual death. Fun for the whole family! So I can probably see you right now, behind your computer screen, sitting in your dorm room, with the lights off, and nothing else shining in your eyes except for the blue light from your laptop screen.
Guys, shit is dumb. This guy ever shut up? God.
What? You clicked on the video, asshole. What do you expect me to do? You might also be wondering why this information matters. It matters because you don't want to get roasted by your friends and at the next social event you go to. I know you don't. Don't say you don't care about it, because I know you do. The perfect music selection can turn a party up to 11 and turn a simple car ride into an unforgettable memory that you'll tell your grandkids about. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and go DJ some borderline alcoholic girl's bachelorette party. Be the reason the cops get called to a frat house for the 4th time that month. But please do not play Mario Judah or else I will personally hunt you down and make your life a living hell. Do not test me.